I learned from this letter that Major Pedro of the 5th Battalion and his army come to Portsmouth tonight.
He must be right near by now. When I left him, he was less than 9 miles from here.
How many noblemen were killed in the battle you fought?
Not many, no one important.
A victory in battle is twice as victorious when all the soldiers return home safely. I also learned from this letter that Major Pedro has given honours to a young man from Chelsea named Claudio.
Claudio deserves to be honoured, and Major Pedro has reported him accordingly. Claudio has done more than anyone would expect from a man his age. He looks like a lamb, but fights like a lion.
He has an uncle here who will be glad to hear this news.
Please tell me, has Signor Montanto returned from battle?
I don't know anyone with that name, Mum. There was no Signor Montanto in our army.
My cousin means Lieutenant Benedict.
Ah, yes, Benedict has returned and as cheerful as ever.
But tell me, how many men did he kill and eat in this battle? I promised him I would eat anyone he killed.
Lieutenant Benedict served well in the war, my lady.
You had rotten food and he helped you eat it. He's a very brave eater. He has a strong stomach.
He's a good soldier too, lady.
He's a good soldier to a lady. Well, then what is he to a lord?
He's a lord to a lord, and a man to a man. He's positively stuffed with honourable virtues.
Absolutely, he is stuffed, like a dummy. As for what he's stuffed with, well, nobody's perfect.
You must excuse my niece, sir. Beatrice and Benedict have been waging a war of wits between one another, and whenever they meet, there's a little battle.
And I always win. The last time we fought, he was so dazed by the end of it that he wasn't much smarter than his horse. But tell me, who is he hanging around with these days? Every month he has a new best friend.
Is that possible?
It's entirely possible. He's incredibly fickle. His affection changes faster than the latest fashions.
I can see you don't like this gentleman.
No. Now come, surely there must be some new swaggering young ruffian who will happily go to Berlin with Benedict.
He spends most of his time with the good, noble Claudio.
Oh God! Benedict is like a disease. Benedict is an infection that's easy to catch but hard to get rid of. Like syphilis. God help Claudio. If he's caught the Benedict, he'll lose all his money before he's cured.
I'm going to make sure to stay on your good side, lady.
Do that, my friend.
You'll never fall victim to Benedict's charms, my daughter.
No, not until we see a hot January.
Major Pedro is approaching.
Love a man in uniform.
My dear Leonardo, hosting my whole army is such a huge burden, but you accept it, and me with open arms. Most people choose to avoid trouble, but you run into it.
You are never trouble to this house, sir. It's comforting when trouble departs, but when you go, you take happiness with it and leave sorrow in its place.
You take up your duties too cheerfully. Ah, this must be your daughter.
That's what her mother always tells me.
Did you doubt that she was your daughter that you had to ask her mother?
Of course not, Lieutenant Benedict. You're only a child when my daughter was born, and not yet old enough to seduce my wife.
Ah, he got you back, Benedict. Leonardo clearly knows your reputation with women. The lady resembles Leonardo so much that there can be no doubt who her father is. Congratulations, lady. You resemble a most honourable man.
Well, even if he is her father, I'm sure she wouldn't want the head of the old man on her shoulders. I'm amazed you're still talking, Benedict. Nobody marks you.
Well, but isn't my dear Lady Disdain? Are you yet living?
How could disdain die when you're here? When you're around, even Lady Courtesy becomes Lady Disdain.
Well, that makes Lady Courtesy a traitor. All women love me, except you. It's too bad I'm so hard-hearted, for truly I love none.
Women are lucky then. You would make a pernicious suitor. Thankfully, I feel the same way you do. I'd rather hear my dog bark at a crow than hear a man swear he loves me.
Well, God keep your ladyship in that frame of mind, or some poor man will end up with his face scratched off.
Scratching would not make it worse, as 'twas such a face as yours were.
Look at you instructing me like a parrot would.
A bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
I wish my horse had the speed of your tongue.
And was as high as
Ah, I'm done.
You always end like this. I know you're old.
Claudio, Benedict, my dear friend Leonardo has invited you all to stay here in Portsmouth. I told him we will stay for at least a month. Brother,
Thank you. I'm not a man who talks a lot,
pleases you, sir. Will you lead us all inside?
Leonardo, we shall go in together. Did you notice Leonardo's daughter?
I saw her, but I didn't notice her.
Isn't she a well-mannered young lady?
Do you want my true opinion, or do you want me to criticize her like I do all women?
No, please, speak seriously.
Well, seems to me that she is too short to be praised highly, too dark to be praised fairly, and too small to be praised greatly. Can't say this about her. If she were different than she was, she'd be ugly. But since she can't be anything but herself, I don't like her.
You can go kidding. Seriously, tell me, what do you think of it?
Are you thinking of buying her? Is that what this is?
Would it even be possible to buy a jewel as rare and precious as Hero?
Yes, and you could buy a box to put it into. But are you speaking seriously, or are you just kidding? If I'm going to sing along, I need to know which key you're singing in.
I think she's the most wonderful woman I've ever laid eyes on.
I'm still young enough to see without glasses, and I can't see what you're talking about. If her cousin Beatrice didn't have such a nasty temper, she'd be so much more beautiful than Hero. But this doesn't mean you're looking to get married, does it?
Even if I'd promised never to marry, I don't think I'd be able to keep that promise if Hero would marry me.
I don't know what's going on these days. Is there not one man who knows not to take a wife? You're just going to cheat on him. But fine, if you want to yoke yourself to marriage like an ox carrying its load and give up all of your free time, then the majors come back for you.
What secrets between you have kept you from following us to Leonardo's?
Sir, you'll have to force
Your loyalty to me requires you to tell me what you've been talking about.
Claudio, I can keep a secret like a mute, I hope you know that, but I owe the major my allegiance and I have to tell him. Claudio is in love. With who? With Hero, Leonardo's short daughter.
Well, amen if you love Hero, because she is worthy of your love, sir. I swear I'm telling you what I honestly think.
And I swear I spoke honestly to Benedict. I'm in love with Hero.
I swear, honestly, I spoke. Honestly, it's a bad idea.
I feel that I love her.
I know that she's worthy of your love.
I, on the other hand, don't know how she could be worthy or feel how she could be loved. Even fire can't melt that opinion out of me. You could burn me at the stake and I'd still think this.
You never did believe in the power of beauty.
Or in the power of reason.
I was conceived by a woman, and I thank her very much for all her efforts. And she brought me up, and I thank her for that too. But all other women will have to forgive me for not wanting to be made a fool out of.
I swear before I die, I'm going to see you sick with love.
With hunger, with fever, or with anger, sure, my friend, but never sick with love.
I'll be sure to remember all this fuss you've made, in case you ever do fall in love. That will be news.
If I ever change my mind, you can use me for target practice.
Oh, you'll soften as time passes. While you're waiting for that to happen, though, hurry to Leonardo's, give him my respects, and tell him that I'll definitely be there for dinner tonight, since, as I know, he has gone to great lengths for this meal.
I think I can handle this mission, and with that, I'm gone.
I'm at your service. Just tell me what it is you want me to do, and however hard it is, you'll see that I'm eager to do it.
Does Leonardo have a son, sir?
Hero is his only child, and his only heir. Why do you like her, Claudia? Look, if you really love the beautiful Hero, enjoy it. I'll speak to her and her father about the matter, and I shall convince Leonardo to promise Hero to you.
How?
They're going to have a costume party with dancing tonight. I'll disguise myself as you and pour out my feelings to Hero, taking her prisoner with the force of my love story. And then in the end, she's yours. Come on, let's get started right away.
Brother, I have some strange news for you.
Is it good news?
Well, it seems like good news. The servant of mine overheard the major and Claudio talking as they walked in my home. It seems that Claudio is still liking to your daughter. He's going to talk to her at the dance tonight. If she likes him too, he's going to come to you and ask for your hand in marriage immediately.
My daughter should know about this, of course, so she can arrange an answer just in case You go to her and tell her for me.
Really, my lord, why are you so excessively sad?
The things that cause my sadness are without limit. Therefore, my sadness is without limit.
You should listen to reason, then you stop being so gloomy.
I would rather be a weed in a hedge than a rose in my brother's garden. It suits me better to be hated by everyone than to put on a fancy show and trick everyone into loving me. Though I am not a flattering, righteous man, at least you can say I am honest about being a villain.
Yeah. You should use your dissatisfaction to your advantage.
I use it all the time, since it's all I have.
Well, I can give you information about an intended marriage. I've just come from a great feast where Leonardo has been entertaining your brother, Don Pedro.
Will this give me an opportunity to cause some mischief? Tell me, who is this fool who wants all the fuss about marriage?
Your brother's right, man.
Ah, that pretty boy Claudio.
That's the one.
He's a fancy gentleman. Now tell me, who's the lady that's caught his eye?
Well, your brother agreed that he would woo the lady hero at the dance tonight and then give Claudio her hand in marriage.
I see. Come, let's go to the dance. This might cheer me up. Claudio was responsible for keeping me from getting powers over my brother. If I could do anything to make his life miserable, I'll be overjoyed. You will help me, right?
Till dad sir.
Excellent.
Was Don John up at dinner tonight?
I didn't see him.
Always looks so sour, just looking at him gives me heartburn.
He does have a very gloomy attitude. It would be excellent if they could make a man halfway between Don John and Benedict. One of them is too much like a painting of a man. He never speaks. And the other is too much like a spoilt little boy, always chattering.
Really, my niece, you will never get a husband if you keep saying such harsh things about people.
Honestly, she was too ill-tempered.
I pray every morning and night that the Lord doesn't send me a husband. Really, I couldn't stand a husband with a beard. I'd rather be wrapped in scratchy blankets all night.
Maybe you'll find a husband without a beard?
And then what would I do with him? Dress him up in my clothes and pretend he's my lady servant? No, if he doesn't have a beard, he's less than a man. And if he has a beard, he's more than a boy. If he's less than a man, then he's not the one for me. And if he's more than a boy, I'm not the one for him.
Well, my niece, I know that I will see you married one day.
Don't we all?
Now, daughter, remember what I told you. If the major asks for your hand in marriage, you know what to tell him.
Give me a girl that will wiggle like a tree. At the bottom of the belly there's a cuckoo's nest. Hey!
My lady, will you have a dance with me?
When you move gracefully, look handsome and say nothing. I'm yours for the dance and I'll even linger afterwards.
Will I be with you then?
Perhaps if I decide to let you.
And when will that be?
When I like the way you look, for God forbid your face is ugly as your mask. If you wish to speak of love, speak
softly.
Well, I wish you liked me. Well, I'm glad for your sake that I don't. I've many awful qualities. Tell me one.
I say my prayers. How about?
Oh, that makes me love you even more. Everyone can hear you say amen.
God give me good times.
Amen, that'll be me.
And God take him away. Go ahead. Say amen.
I want to talk, I've got my answer.
I know who you are. You are Antonio.
No, I assure you, I'm not.
I can tell by the way you waggle your head.
Really, I'm only pretending to be.
You could only imitate his imperfections if you were the man himself. Look! You've got his wrinkled hands. You are him. You are Antonio.
In short, I'm not.
Do you think I can't recognize the signs? Can a good thing hide itself? You are Antonio. A man's virtues will always show themselves in the end, and that's the end of that.
Won't you tell me who told you that?
No. No. You'll have to excuse me.
And you won't tell me who you are?
Not now.
Who said that I was disdainful and I got all my best lines out of the bad joke book? Why, it must have been Benedict.
Who's that?
You've never heard of him?
No.
He never made you laugh?
Oh, please tell me, who is this
Hilarious and devilishly handsome man. Why, he's the prince's fool. And a very dull fool at that. He manages to both please and anger people. They laugh at him. I could have sworn he was out there somewhere. I'm sure he trampled on me.
I shall tell this man what you've said when I see him.
Oh, please do. Come, we must follow the leaders of the dance.
They all good things they do.
Lady Beatrice is angry with you. The gentleman she danced with told her that you insulted her.
Not even a block of wood could handle her abuses. She told me, not realizing it was me, that I was the prince's jester and as dull as mud. She speaks daggers and every word stabs. If her breath were as foul as her words, and everything from here to furthest star.
Look, here she comes.
Could you please send me on a mission to the ends of the earth? I'll fetch you a toothpick from the farthest reaches of Asia, or pluck a hair from the monarch's beard, or deliver any message you wish to relay to the Pygmies. Anything, rather than stand here and exchange 3 words with a harpy.
You have no employment for me.
None but your good company.
He sounds like a girl when he's angry.
Lady, you have lost Benedict's heart.
It's true.
You're humiliated, lady. You've put him down.
And I'm glad that he won't put me down. I'm sure to have fools for children. I brought you Claudio, whom you asked me to find.
Dear Claudia, I've wooed Hero for you, and she's agreed to marry you. I've spoken to her father and he's given us permission. Tell us when you wish to get church and be married, and may God give you joy.
Claudio, take my daughter, and with her my fortunes. The Major has made the match, and may God bless it.
Speak, Claudio, that's your cue.
Complete joke makes one speechless. If I only a little happy that I could say exactly how much. Lady, I am yours, and you are mine. You, I give myself away, and I'm ecstatic about the exchange.
Speak, cousin, or if you can't, stop his mouth with a kiss so he can't speak either.
She can't stand to hear about getting a husband.
No, not at all. She mocks all her suitors so severely that they drop the suit.
She would make a good wife for Benedict.
My lord, if they were married within a week, they would drive one another crazy.
Claudia, when you wish to go to church and be married?
Tomorrow, my lord, time will move as slowly as an old man until our lord receives his proper ceremony.
Wait until Monday, my dear son. It's a week away, but still too little a time for me to plan things the way I would like.
Oh, don't look so frustrated at having to wait so long. While we're waiting for the wedding, I'm going to take on the impossible task to make Lady Beatrice and Benedict fall in love with one another. I am to see them matched, and with all of your help, I'm sure we can make that happen.
It's arranged. Claudio will marry Leonato's daughter.
Yes, my lord, but I can spoil it.
Any obstacle or barrier to Claudio's happiness would be like a medicine to you. Tell me, how will you wreck this marriage?
Well, I can only do it by lying, sir, but you have to make sure that I do it so secretly that I do not get caught.
Quickly, tell me how.
Well, I think it was about a year ago I told you how much Hero's lady servant, Margaret, loved him.
Yes, I remember.
Well, if you arrange it so that your brother, Claudio, and yourself come to Hero's bedroom window some indecent hour of the night, I'll make sure I'm there, courting Margaret, calling her, Hero, Hero.
But how will that kill this marriage?
Well, he won't marry her.
Yes, but what will be my evidence?
Well, Don Pedro and Claudio will see it. It's enough evidence to shame Hero, ruin Claudio, and kill Leonardo. Is there anything you may wish, my lord?
That is everything I wish. And I'll do anything to accomplish it.
Yeah, I'll arrange it then. Yeah.
Good. Make the arrangements. Do this carefully, and I shall reward you with 1,000 gold coins.
Anything you wish, my lord?
Excellent.
I can't promise love won't transform me. But I can promise you this. Until I truly fall in love, a woman will never make me act like such a fool. It's the Major and Mr. Love. Oh, hide me.
12. Should we hear some music? Yes, listen how quiet the evening is, as if it's purposely setting the stage for itself. Do you see where Benedict is hiding? Yes, very well, my lord. Come on, Balthasar, let's hear that song again.
Oh, my good lord, please don't make me insult music again with my awful singing.
You can tell an artist is excellent when he denies his own perfection. Please sing for us. Don't make me woo you anymore.
Well, in that case, my lord, I'll sing. sing or...
No, really, your voice is good enough in a pinch.
A dog that howled like that would have hung it.
Come here, Leonardo. What was it that you told me today? That your niece, Beatrice, was in love with Benedict?
Oh, yes. Keep walking. Praise and sight.
I didn't tell that, my lord, but how wonderful it should be that Beatrice loves Benedict, whom she's always appeared to hate.
Well, maybe she's just pretending.
Yes, that's quite likely.
Oh, God, pretending. No man has ever faked passion as skillfully as this then.
Why? What symptoms of love does she exhibit?
Well, I suppose she's going to faint.
What symptoms, my lord? You've had my daughter tell you how?
Yes, she did tell us.
Please tell me. This is amazing! I would have thought she was invincible against any sort of love.
I would have sworn that too, my lord, especially against Benedict.
Has she told Benedict how she feels?
No, and that's what's driving her crazy. She swears she never will.
It's true, hear her say so. Beatrice asks, does it make any sense to write and tell him I love him when I've always treated him with such scorn?
And then she falls down to her knees, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, tears her hair, prays and curses. Oh, sweet Benedict, God give me patience!
It's true. My daughter says so. She worries that Beatrice may become so overwrought someday that she will do herself harm. It's true.
Well, if she won't tell Benedict, someone else should.
And what would that accomplish? Would you turn into a joke and torment the poor woman even more?
If he did that, it would be a charitable deed to hang him. She's an excellent, sweet woman, and there's no doubt she's virtuous.
And she's very smart.
Except for the fact that she loves Benedict. Please tell Benedict about her feelings and see what he has to say.
Is that a good idea, do you think?
Beatrice, Hero thinks Beatrice will surely die. Because she'll die if she doesn't love him. She'll die before she tells him, and she'll die if he woos her. She's made to hold back just one of her usual insults.
And she's probably right. If she offers him her love, it's very possible that he'll scorn it, since, as we all know, he tends to be contemptuous.
No, sir, don't tell her. Let her get over it with the help of good advice.
No, that's impossible. Her heart will break first.
I am very fond of Benedict. I just wish he'll take a look at himself in the mirror and realise how unfairly he's treating this good woman.
Sir, will you come to dinner?
Doesn't fall in love with her now, I will never trust my intuition again.
The same trap must be set for her. That's your daughters and servants' job. The real fun will be when they both believe to be in love with each other without any of it being true. I can't wait to watch that drama. I know. Let's send Lady Beatrice to call Benedict into dinner.
This can't be true. Beatrice loves me. Well, that love must be returned. People may tease me here and there since I attacked marriage for so long, but the world needs to be populated. Why is she come so? God, she's a beautiful lady.
Against my will, I've been told to bring you in to dinner.
Sweet Beatrice, I thank you for bringing the pains to bring me this message.
I took no more pains in bringing this message than you took pains in thanking me. If the job had been painful, I would not have come.
So you took pleasure in bringing me this message.
Oh yes, as much pleasure as one might take at knife point. You don't want to eat, sir? Suit yourself.
Against my will, I have been told to bring you to dinner. There's a double meaning in that.
Are you sure Benedict loves Beatrice that much?
Well, that's what the maid of my fiancé say.
And did they ask you to tell her about his mother?
Well, they wanted me to tell her, but I persuaded them that if they truly loved Benedict, they would make him battle with his emotions and keep Beatrice in the dark.
Why did you do that? Doesn't Benedict deserve as much luck with a mate as he would have with Beatrice?
Nature never made one as proud and as tough as Beatrice is. She's so in love with herself that she's incapable of loving anyone else. She doesn't know what love is.
Yes, you're right. If only she knew about Benedict's love, and teased him about it.
It's true. Whenever she meets a man, no matter how wise, noble, young, or handsome, she rearranges all his good qualities so they end up looking bad.
It's true. Her nitpicking is hardly admirable.
So, Benedict should conceal his emotions like a fire that gets covered up. Benedict should waste away. It's better to die that way than be killed by being mocked or killed by being tickled.
But you should tell her about this and see what she has to say.
No. Instead, I'll go to Benedict and I'll advise him to battle his emotions. That way, he can just move on from it.
Oh, don't injure your cousin like that. With the quick, intelligent wit she's rumoured to have, she can hardly be such a bad judge of character that she'd refuse a man as exceptional as Benedict.
He is the only worthy man in England. Aside from my Claudia.
When are you getting married, madam?
Tomorrow, and then every day after that. Come on, let's go inside so you can help me choose what to wear for tomorrow.
We caught her in a trap, madam. I'm sure of it.
Oh, I'm burning up with shame. This can't be true. If there's a prize for rotten judgment, I guess I've already won that. No man is worth the aggravation. That's ancient history, been there, done that. Did you think you're kidding? Easier than ever till you try to keep it hidden. If you can see right through your girl, you can't deceive it. We know how you're feeling, who you're thinking of. No chance, no way, I won't say it, no, no. You're through, you're sad, why deny it? Uh-oh. It's too cliche, I won't say I'm in love. Shoot, shoot. I thought my heart had learned its lesson. It feels so good when you start. My head is screaming, get a grip, girl. Unless you're dying to cry your heart out. You don't want to denying who you are and how you're feeling, baby. We're not buying. We saw you hit the scene and face it like a grown-up. When you're gonna own up that you got it back. Oh, no chance, no way, I won't say it, no, no. Give up or give in, check your grin, you're in love. This thing won't play, I won't say I'm in love. You're doing flips, spin our lips, you're in love. Your way, too late, I won't say it. She won't say enough, get off my legs, I won't say it. Girl, don't be proud, it's okay, you're in love. Oh, at least out loud, I won't say I'm in love.
I'll stay in Portsmouth until you're married, and then we shall go to Edinburgh.
I'll go with you, sir, if you'll allow me.
No, I shall ask only Benedict to come with me.
Gentlemen, I'm not the same man I was before.
I agree. I think he seems more serious.
I hope he's in love.
Come off it, man. There isn't a single drop of sincerity in it that can be touched with love.
I have toothache.
What are you moaning on about your toothache?
Well, everyone knows how to overcome an injury except the person that has it.
I repeat, he's in love.
No, there is no love in Benedict. Unless you mean his love for strange costumes, of course.
He's not in love with a woman. You can't trust the usual symptoms.
Has any man seen him at the barber's?
No, but the barber's assistant has been seen with him. beard that used to decorate Benedict's cheeks and now stuffing tennis balls.
Not having a beard makes him look younger.
And he's rubbed himself with perfume. Can you smell out his secret now?
It's as good as proof that the sweet young man's in love.
The biggest clue is his seriousness.
What have you ever been known to wash your face?
Yes, or to wear cosmetics.
A conclusion, he is in love. Oh, and I know who loves him.
I bet I know too. Someone who clearly doesn't know him at all.
Oh, she knows him. She knows all of his bad qualities. And in spite of all of this, she still dies for him.
She'll be buried with her face upwards then.
This chatter is no cure for my toothache. So will you walk with me? I have 8 or 9 well-considered words to you, and I don't want these fools to hear it.
I bet my life he's gone to Leonardo to speak about Beatrice.
By now, Hero and Margaret must have done their parts. The two bears won't bite each other next time they meet.
Claudio? Brother? God save you.
Good evening, brother.
If it's okay, I would like to speak with you.
In private?
If you wish. But Claudio can stay, for what I have to say concerns him.
What's the matter?
Do you intend on getting married tomorrow?
You know that he does.
I do not know that. Once he knows what I know.
If there's any reason I shouldn't be married, I urge you to tell me.
What is the matter?
I've come here to tell you. I will make this short, seeming as she's been talked about for far too long. The lady is unfaithful.
Who? Hero?
That's the one. Leonardo's hero. Your hero. Everyone's hero.
Unfaithful?
The word. It's too good to represent her wickedness. She's worse than wicked. Come with me tonight, and you will see a man enter her bedroom chamber, even tonight, the night before her wedding day. If you still love her after that, then marry her tomorrow.
Is this possible?
I won't consider it.
Look, if you won't risk coming to see her tonight, don't claim to know what she's like. But if you follow me, I will give you all the proof that you need. Once you see more and hear more, then you can decide what to do.
Okay, I'll go with you. If I see anything tonight that changes my mind, I'll shame her in the very congregation where we would have been married.
And since I wooed her in your name, I will join you in disgracing her.
Now, I won't say anything until you two see things for yourselves. Remain calm until midnight. Then you'll see what the trouble is. Come.
Oh, hero.
Gentlemen, are you all good and honest men?
Yes, they are. Otherwise, it would be proper for them to suffer salvation, body and soul.
If they had any allegiance when they were chosen for their own guard, a punishment like that would be too good for them. This is your assignment. You are to apprehend any vagrant man you see. You are to order all men to stop in the king's name.
And what if we won't stop?
Then leave him alone. Gather the watch together, and thank God you've gotten rid of such a criminal.
If he does not stop when he is told to, then he is not one of the king's subjects.
And you aren't supposed to meddle with anyone but the king's subjects. You ought to also stay quiet in the streets, for a babbling watch is most intolerable and will not be endured.
We'll sleep instead of talk. You know what's appropriate for a watch.
You speak like an experienced watchman sleeping on the job. Shouldn't be a problem. Just make sure your weapons don't get stolen. Also, visit all the bars in the area. Tell anyone who's drunk to go home and go to bed.
But what if they won't go?
Then leave him alone. Until he's sober, leave him. And then, even then, if he doesn't answer to your satisfaction, you can say, "You are not the man I thought you were." Well, gentlemen, good night. Keep each other's secrets, and you're out. Ah!
Well, gentlemen, we've heard our assignment. Let's sit here by the church bench until 2 and then go off to bed.
Also, gentlemen, watch over Leonardo's house tonight. With the wedding being held there tomorrow, there's a great to-do there tonight. Adieu!
Bless you.
Good night, gentlemen. Ah!
Quiet, don't move. I'll tell you everything. There's some trees in the carriage, gentlemen. Let's stay here.
So, Captain John arranged for Don Pedro himself and Claudio to come to the Lady Hero's window just earlier tonight when they saw me call Margaret. Claudio went enraged and declared that he would shame her in front of the whole congregation, in front of everyone at the altar.
Achoo!
Did you hear something?
Church!
Call up the Master Constable Dogberry. We have discovered the most dangerous piece of lechery that was ever known in the Commonwealth.
I know him. He's the Lord Reformed. He wears it off a hat.
Gentlemen.
Sir, don't speak. We obey you to come with us.
Probably a very valuable catch for you guys.
Francis, let's keep this short, do a simple ceremony and list all particular duties of marriage later.
Do you come here, my lord, to marry this lady?
No. No, he comes to be married to her, Friar. You are the one to be marrying then.
Ha ha! Do you, my lady, come here to be married to this soldier?
I do.
If anyone has any secret reason why these two shall not be joined, I order you on your souls to say so.
Do you know any, Hero?
None, my lord.
Do you know any, my lord?
I'm sure I can answer for him, Friar. He knows none.
Hold on, Friar. Leonardo, will you give me your daughter freely?
That's freely so. God gave her to me.
And what should I give you that is equal in value to this rare and precious gift?
Nothing, sir, except grandchildren.
Major, you've told me to accept things nobly.
Claudio?
Leonardo, take your daughter back! Don't insult a friend by giving her a beautiful orange that rots inside. Look how she blushes like a virgin. All of you who see her, when you swear that she were a virgin, she is none. She's been in a man's bed. She blushes from guilt, not modesty.
What do you mean, sir?
I won't be married. I won't join my soul to such a proven slut.
No! But sir, if it was you who
I know
called
what you're about to say. If it was I that had slept with her, you would have done so as eventual husband and wife, really anticipating our marriage. But no, I never tempted her. I never seduced her. Or used appropriate affection and modest sincerity.
Have I ever seemed less modest or appropriate to you? Are you sick, my lord? Is that why you're talking so wildly?
Major, say something.
What should I say? I've been dishonoured. I arranged for a friend of mine to marry a common whore!
Am I dreaming?
They're really being spoken, sir. And yes, they are true.
Let me just ask you one question, Leonardo. By your authority as a father, ordinance, answer truthfully.
I demand you answer him.
Which man's window were you in last night between the hours of midnight and 1?
I was with no man at that hour, Claudio.
Well then, you are no virgin. Leonardo, I'm sorry I have to hear this. I swear under my honour that we saw and heard Hero talking to a brute at her window last night, and that man hath confessed how he has secretly come to her bedroom thousands of times.
No, my lord! Don't name her sinful acts or speak of them. There isn't a way of bringing them up without offending anyone here. Pretty lady, I am much ashamed of your shocking behavior.
Hero, peaceful sinner. Because of you, I keep myself away from love.
Has anyone a dagger for me?
Has anyone whiskey for me?
Hero? Hero?
Come, we must go. These revelations have overwhelmed her.
Is she okay? She's not breathing. Help me, uncle!
Oh, fates don't spare Hero from opening her eyes. Death is the best way to cover her shame.
Hero?
Die, Hero! Don't open your eyes! If I thought you weren't about to die soon, if I thought your soul could bear the shame, I would risk punishment and kill you myself. Am I sorry that I have but one child? Oh, one child is one too many. Why did I not accept a beggar woman's child, left on my doorstep, whose shame and dishonour I could have endured not being its true father?
Sir, calm down. I'm so amazed by this, I don't know what to say.
On my soul, my cousin has been slandered.
Lady, did you sleep in her room last night?
No, but I have every other night this year.
Then that's even more proof. And the case was airtight already. Would the Major and Claudio lie? Claudio, who, when talking about my daughter's wickedness, it made him weep.
Listen a moment. I've only been silent this entire time because I've been watching Hero. I've seen her begin to blush 1,000 times, only to watch those blushes disappear 1,000 times, and an innocent paleness take hold of her. Call me a fool, don't trust my age, my position, my observations, or my holiness. You can doubt all of these things if this sweet lady turns out to be guilty.
But she must be, Friar. Can you not see that any moral she has left are preventing her from denying the charges? She doesn't want to add perjury to her list of sins.
Lady, who do they accuse you of having taken as your lover?
They know who they accuse me of.
I don't.
The princes are under some strange misunderstanding.
The two of them are completely honourable. If they have been tricked in this, the blame will be on John the Bastard.
I don't know. If they have spoken the truth on us, Hero, I will tear her apart with my bare hands. If they have spoken a lie, even the greatest of them will have to deal with me.
Hold on a moment and listen to my advice. The princes left your daughter here for dead. Hide her in your house for a while and tell everyone that she has in fact died. Make a big show of mourning for her. Hang sad epitaphs up in your house and perform all the appropriate funeral ceremonies.
Why should we do this? What would this do?
Listen, if we do this correctly, the men who slandered Hero will feel remorse for her instead. And when people hear about it, they'll grieve for her and excuse her actions. We don't value the things we have until we lose them. And that's how Claudio will respond. When he hears that Hero died from his words, his imagination will be sweetly overtaken with thoughts of her, and if he ever truly felt love, he will more. Follow my plan, and if it doesn't go well, you can keep her in a nunnery. That's the best place for someone with Hero's kind of dirty reputation, away from the public's eyes, tongues, ears, and insults.
Leonardo will listen to the friar's plan. I swear I will keep your counsel and deal with this secretly and justly.
Because I am drowning in my grief, hang on to any speck of string dangling close at my arms.
Well, lady, you must die to live. Hopefully your wedding day is only postponed. Have patience and endure.
Lady Beatrice, have you been crying this entire time?
Yes, and I'll keep crying a while longer.
I don't wish that on you.
You don't have to. I do it of my own free will.
I truly believe that your cousin was falsely accused.
Oh, the man who avenged her could ask anything of me.
Is there any way I could show such friendship to you?
A very clear way, but there is no friend willing to undertake it.
Can a man do it?
It is a job meant for a man, but not you.
There is nothing in this world I love as much as you. Is that not strange?
It's almost as strange as this other thing, which I don't quite understand. I could just as easily say that there's nothing in this world that I love as much as you. But don't believe me, though I'm not lying. Oh, I confess nothing. And yet I deny nothing. I feel awful for my cousin. Why, my soul, Beatrice, you love me. Don't swear like that and then go back and eat it later.
I will swear by it, and I'll make any man who says I don't love you eat it. I swear I love you.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh my goodness! You love me? Oh, then God forgive me.
Oh my goodness, Beatrice.
You got to me first. I was about to swear that I loved you.
Well, then do so with all your heart.
I love you with so much of my heart that none of it is left to protest.
Come, ask anything of me.
Kill Claudio.
Not for the whole wide world.
Then in rejecting my request, you kill me instead. Goodbye. My body waits here, but the rest of me is gone. You don't really love me. I beg of you to let me go.
Not until we part as friends.
You dare try to be my friend when you refuse to fight my enemy.
Oh, is Claudio your enemy?
Hasn't he proven himself to be a great villain, slandering, scorning, and dishonouring my cousin's name? Oh, if only I were a man, I would rip his heart out in public and eat it. Talking with a man outside her bedroom window. I like his story. Sweet hero, she's been wronged, she's been ruined, she's been slandered. I can't make myself a man by wishing I were, so instead as a woman I will die from grieving.
I swear by my hand that I love you.
Don't just swear by it. Put your hands to some use that will prove you love me.
Do you truly believe in your heart that your cousin was wrongly accused?
Yes. More than I have a thought. A soul.
And that's all I need. I'll go to Claudio and I'll challenge him. I'll kiss your hand. And with that, I'll leave you.
There's our whole assembly here.
Oh, we just need a stool and a cushion.
Which ones are the malefactors?
Sir, that would be me and my partner.
Yes, yes, we have been exhibition to examine this case.
No. You misunderstand me. Where are the criminals I'm supposed to examine?
Yes, indeed. Bring them before me! your name, friend?
My name is Private Baraccio.
Right down! Private Baraccio. And yours?
My name is Private Baraccio.
Right down! Master, Private, Gentleman, Baraccio. Gentlemen, are you a good Christian and do you serve God?
Yes, sir, I hope so.
Write down that he hopes he serves God. Oh, but write God first. For God forbid we put God before you know the criminal. Sir, we believe you're nothing better than a lying criminal. And soon we'll know almost for certain. How do you plead?
I can tell you, sir, that I am not a criminal.
Ah, he's a witty fellow. Sir, we believe that you're a lying criminal. How do you plead?
Sir, I can tell you I am not a criminal.
Have you written down he's not a criminal both times the story's matched?
Master Constable, you know about this all wrong. First, you have to speak to the watchman who accused him.
Yes. That's the eftest way, yes. Bring the watchman forward. I order you to accuse this man in the prince's name.
This man said, sir, that Captain John, the Major's brother, was a villain.
That's perjury, that is. It's called the major officer a villain.
What else did you hear him say?
That Captain John promised to pay gold coins for sorry the lady hero.
That's thieving, that is.
Yes, by God, that it is. Constable.
Be quiet, the one of you.
What else?
I heard that Lieutenant Claudio was going to disgrace Hero in front of the whole wedding party and refuse to marry her.
Oh, you'll be condemned to everlasting redemption for this!
Anything else?
That's all.
You can't deny this, sir. Early this morning, Don John fled Portsmouth. Hero was accused exactly as the watchman described and died on the spot from the grief. Master Constable, tie up this man and bring him to Leonato's. I'll get there first and tell him what we found out.
Tie up the plaintiff.
Then be,
Get off me, you fool! What's this? She's called a major officer a fool! Where's the section? You should write down that the major officer was called a fool. You're a nasty little stinker.
Get away from me, you ass! You ass!
How can you call me that? Don't you suspect my office? Don't you suspect my age? Oh, where's the section? You should write down that I am an ass. Gentlemen, remember that. I am an ass. Even though it's not written down, remember, I am an ass. Oh, the section went to write that down. Take him away. An ass.
If you keep on all you've been going, you'll kill yourself. There's no point in adding to your grief.
Stop advising me. Your words pass through my ears like water through a sieve. Don't counsel me. Only someone who has been as wrong as I have can comfort me. Find a father who loved his daughter as overwhelmingly as I loved Hero, and ask him to be patient.
Then you're no better than a child.
Oh, please, brother, leave me alone.
Don't take all that pain on yourself. Make sure the ones who have wronged you suffer too.
In my soul, I believe Hero has been falsely accused. And I will make sure that the Major, Claudio, and anyone who had a part in it knows about it.
Major and Claudio are in this way.
Listen, gentlemen.
We're in a bit of a hurry, Leonardo.
Oh, a bit of a hurry, my lord. Well then, don't bother.
Don't quarrel with this good old man.
Well, if it's fighting he's after, some of us here should run and hide.
Who's wrong here?
Indeed, you have wronged me, you liar. Don't try to intimidate me by going for your weapon. I'm not scared of you.
Curse my hand if I ever threatened an old man like you. Really, I had no intention of going.
Damn you! Don't mock and stare at me, little boy. I'm not an old man who brags about the things he did when he was young and what he would do now if he weren't so old. Claudio, I'm telling you right to your face that you have wronged me and my innocent child. You have ruined her, and now she lies dead and buried in a tomb with ancestors who had never been tainted with such scandal until you caused on with your wickedness.
My wickedness?
Yours, Claudio, yours, I say.
You've got it wrong, old man.
You think you can get rid of me that easily? You killed my child. Take on someone your own size, boy. If you kill me, you've killed a man.
You'll have to kill us both. And indeed, we're both men. Come on, kill me and brag about it. Come after me, little boy.
Brother,
quiet! God knows, I loved my niece. And now she's been slandered to death by cowards, boys, fools.
but brother,
Hush, I know their kind. I know them exactly. They're petulant, disrespectful, fashion-crazy boys who lie and cheat and mock and defame and slander.
but brother, actually, don't!
Let me deal with this. Don't bother with it.
Gentlemen, we won't stay here and argue you further. I'm sorry about your daughter's death, but I swear our accusations were true and backed up with proof.
My lord.
I will not hear.
No? Come, brother. I'm determined to be heard by someone.
And you will be. Some people here should suffer.
Welcome, sir. You just missed a fight that was barely avoided.
We're about to have our noses snapped off by two old men with no teeth.
There is no bravery in an unfair fight. After looking at you.
Look, Benedict is so pale. Are you sick or angry?
I think he's really angry, because that's his problem.
Shall I speak a word in your ear? You are a villain. I challenge you however you like, whatever weapons you choose and wherever you want. Meet this challenge, or I'll say you're a coward. You have killed an innocent woman and you will pay dearly for her death. Your brother, John the Bastard, has run away from Portsmouth. The three of you have killed a sweet woman. Lord Blackbeard over there will meet me at the mark.
He is serious. Very serious. I think it's because of Beatrice.
He challenged you.
Very sincerely.
But didn't he say that my brother has run away? What's this? One of my brother's men all tied up. Braccio, officers, what crime have these men committed?
Well, sir, they've lied. Moreover, they have said things that were not true. Secondarily, they are slanderers. Sixth and lastly, they have falsely accused a lady. And to conclude, they are scoundrels.
What have you done? This educated constable is too brilliant for me to understand.
Prince, I won't wait for my trial. I'll tell my story now and then let the lieutenant kill me. Captain John arranged for me to court Margaret at Lady Hero's window, and you shamed her when you should have married her. The lady has died from one of my master's false accusations.
But did my brother prompt you to do all this?
Yes, and he paid me well for doing it.
He is made of treachery and has run away to avoid all his crimes.
Sweet hero.
Take away the plaintiff by now, the sexton will reform Leonardo of the matter. And, gentlemen, don't forget to specify, whenever it is convenient, plaintiff, I'm an ass.
Here comes Master Leonardo.
Which one of them did it? Let me see his eyes.
If you want to see your deceiver, then look at me.
Are you the slave who with your slanderous words killed my innocent child?
I am the one.
But you do not work alone, villain, for here are two noblemen. The third has run away, who helps you in the plot. Thank you, gentlemen, for my daughter's death.
Don't know how to ask for forgiveness, but I have to say something. Please, punish me by any means you devise, though I sinned by mistake.
Me too. I too will bear any punishment he gives.
You cannot bring my daughter back. That's impossible. But I beg you to tell the people that she was innocent when she died. Claudio, since you could have been my son-in-law, be my nephew instead. My brother Antonio has a daughter exactly like Hero. Marry her as you should have married my daughter, and I will let my revenge die.
Thank you, noble sir. I willingly accept your offer.
Good. Now I must leave. I have matters to attend to. I will see that this person is brought face to face with Margaret, who I believe had a part of the plot.
No, she didn't. She didn't know anything. She's always been honest and good.
Also, sir, should probably let you know, the plaintiff here, the criminal, he did in fact call me an ass. Punish him whatever way you need to.
Thank you for your efforts.
You seem like a very thankful and great gentleman. May God bless you.
This is for your troubles.
God save the charitable organisation.
No, you are relieved of your duties.
Well, I leave a slimy bastard with you. For you to punish and make an example of. God bless you, your worship. I wish you well. I hope that God restores you to your health. And I will humbly let you go now. God prohibiting, we will meet again in the future. Come then!
Well, gentlemen, I will see you tomorrow morning.
Indeed, until tomorrow, prisoner. I will involve Hero's tonight.
Don't break! Come on, those criminals!
I'm an awful singer. I can't even put down how I feel in a poem. I can't think of anything that rhymes with lady. But baby. Baby. Baby, oh. Oh, baby. Baby. Beatrice, you've come because I called for you?
Yes, sir, and I will leave when you want me to.
Oh, well, stay till then.
Then, you said then, so I'll leave now. But before I go, let me get what I came for. What happened between you and Claudio?
Spoke angry, foul words to him, and with that I will kiss you.
If you had foul words in your mouth, then your breath must be foul. And foul breath is nauseous. Thus, I will leave without being kissed.
Your wit is so forceful it frightens the very meaning out of your words. But I will tell you plainly, I have challenged Claudio. But, tell me, which of my bad qualities did you first fall in love with?
With all of them at once. They work together to create such an entirely evil person that no good could ever enter the mix. But tell me, which of my good qualities first made you suffer love for me?
Suffer love, that is a good way of putting it, for I do suffer love, for I love you against my will. But tell me, how is your cousin?
She's very ill.
And how are you?
I'm very ill too.
Have faith. Love me and lend.
I never will end this because someone's coming to me.
Madam, you have to come to your uncle straight away. There's a huge racket going on. It's been proven Lady Hero is the trouble. He's run away. Will you come immediately?
Yes, of course. Will you come with me to hear this news, sir?
I will live in your heart.
Die in your lap and be buried in your eyes. And what's more, I will come with you to your uncle.
Didn't I tell you she was innocent?
And the Major and Claudia are innocent as well, for they were deceived by John.
Well, I'm just glad everything's been sorted out.
Me too. Otherwise, I would have had to have had a duel with Claudia.
Daughter, you and the other women should go off to another room, and when I send for you, come back wearing masks. The Major and Claudia should be here by now. Brother, you know your duty.
Aya, I have a favour to ask you.
What do you need me to do?
To tie me up or to undo me, one or the other. The truth is, your niece likes me.
She sees you with the eyes my daughter lent her, it's true.
Yes, and I see her through the eyes of love. So, sir, I wish for your blessing for us to be married.
Here come Major Pedro and Claudia. Good morning, gentlemen. Are you still set on marrying my niece?
Yes, sir.
Good. Bring them out.
Which is the lady I'm supposed to marry?
This one, and I will give her to you.
To her. And see her.
No, no, you cannot do that unless you swear to this friar to marry her.
Give your hand, and with the friar as my witness, I am yours, if you'll have me. Hear that is dead?
And when I was alive, you were my other husband. And when you loved me, I was your other wife. A hero died when she was slandered, but I am alive, and as surely as I'm alive, I am a maid.
She only died, my lord, as long as her slander lived.
I can confirm that all these shocking things are true. In time, I will tell you all about beautiful heroes dead. In the meantime, let's just accept all these wonderful things and go to the chapel.
Woke up this morning, jumped out of bed, put on my best suit. I got in my car and raced like a jet, all the way to you. I knocked on your door with heart in my hand, to ask you a question, 'cause I know that you're an old-fashioned man. Can I have your daughter for the rest of my life? Say yes, 'cause I need to know. Say I'll never get your blessing till the day I die. So look, my friend, the answer is no. So why you gotta be so rude? Don't you know I'm human too? Why you gotta be so rude? I'm gonna marry you anyway. Marry that girl. I'll marry you anyway. Marry that girl. It don't matter what you say. Marry that girl. You will be a family.
Major and Claudio were much deceived, for they swore you did. Do you love me?
No, no. No more than reason.
Well, then Margaret, Ursula, and my cousin have been deceived, for they swore you did. They swore you were sick for me.
They swore you were nearly dead for me.
Come, daughter. I'm sure you love him.
That's right, that he loves her. Look, here's a clumsy sonnet in Benedict's handwriting dictated to Beatrice.
And here's one from my cousin, in her handwriting, all about the adorations of Benedict.
But our handwriting gives away our hearts. I will have you, but really it's only out of pity.
Well, I won't deny you, but let it be known that I'm only doing this after a lot of persuasion and to save your life. I hear you were quickly wasting away without me.
Oh, shut up. I will stop your mouth.